How old was you when you got your first ever phone and which one was it? I was a teenager, maybe like 15/16. It was one of those Nokia brick phones. It still works. 13 and chocolate phone. 11 and a small Samsung, don't know which one. 11, plus or minus 1 year, I believe, Nokia 3310. 9 and Nokia brick. Nokia. Sometime in my early 20s. 11, iPhone 6. 10, Samsung S5. 7, Sony Ericsson. 18, Siemens A60. 19, old Nextel. I was 11, I think. I had some generic T-Mobile flip phone with a grainy camera. A few YRS later I upgraded to the T-Mobile G1. The first ever smartphone. And felt like a bala cool. When I went to high school, 10 I believe. A small, I think, Motorola phone. 12 and it was a classic flip phone. Boost i425 when I was 10. I got one of those see-through landline phones with the brightly colored innards when I was about 13. I think you can see it by image searching Unisonic Clear phone. 18 or so. Qualcomm QCP2700. It turned on the last time I tried powering it direct from the adapter. A few years ago. 12. iPhone 4. Don't blame me, it's just discipline. About 14 to 15 and it was in 1997–98. It was a Motorola flip phone, I think. Edit. Scratch that. It was a Siemens SL10 in 1999. I did some Googling and found it. Not sure why I thought Motorola. 8 and it was a Nokia. 15 and the chocolate too. It was a Galaxy S4 Active. Lost it on a roof though. I was about 13. 12. ENV2. I was like 9 and it was a 8 plus. Yay, I couldn't call or text. 4 and Nokia brick. I was 10. It was a Samsung phone. Dunno which one, but it was thick as a brick and I couldn't really do much with it aside from taking pictures or texting via WhatsApp. Ericsson T28s back in 1998 when I was 16. Google Nexus 4. I was maybe 20. My parents got me the old reliable Nokia 3310 when I was 18 and went away to college. The first phone I ever bought for myself was an LG Chocolate when I was 22. This was when manufacturers were starting pack extra features into their phones. But before proper smartphones. The Chocolate was big in that it doubled as an MP3 player and could play that music through Bluetooth as well. Like 20 or so. That was 23 years ago. So long before any smartphones were out. It was either a Motorola or a Nokia. I believe I was 23 and it was Motorola V300 or variant. But the first phone I clearly remember was a Motorola Razr. I would have been 24 or so. 8 years old. iPhone 3GS. 26 and it was one of the first Motorola flip phones. 10 or 11 it was one of those Nokias with a full-on keyboard. I miss that phone, it had like 30 of the best games at that time on it. 13. Motorola Razr. I found an iPhone 3 in a creek in the city. I dried it out and it actually worked. This was before cloud sign-in was a thing, so you could just factory reset and use it. 17. Pocket Line Swing. It was one of the earliest affordable phones. 2 years later I upgraded to the Nomia 3210. Which is the predecessor to the famous 3310. Just as indestructible though. I was 20. It was an AT&T trimline corded phone. I was 6 years old and had a Palm Pixie. I was way too young for unmonitored internet access. 21. I don't really know what it was. That was about 20 years ago. Not even a flip phone. 19. Motorola brick phone. 19. Something I bought from the dollar store for the phone jack in my dorm. 14. A Samsung T80 or something, one of the first phones that could change the front cover. I've had a flip phone up until 2 months ago. Back in high school, I think I had a slidey keyboard phone. It was super fancy in the day. Lol. 30 or 31. I think it was a Nokia. I was 12 when I got my first phone and it was just some generic phone from Sears. Had square buttons and a squarish headset. Later on that became the internet line in our house. Got a Nokia, the one with the keypad, when I was 12. Well, I was 10 when I got my Motorola G9 phone and a year later is still working like it's a new phone. 14 or 15. Siemens S25. We had a Philips phone in the family that I borrowed sometimes. But the Siemens was my first own. Played lots of Othello on that one. 23 bag phone. I was 12 and it was a Nokia. Model. Can't particularly remember. College first year. It was Nokia Lumia 730. 19. iPhone 5 I think. Why 19? Because I had no one to call literally. 21. Ericsson EH237.